Ever wondered how real games remember your high score even after you close the game? In this tutorial, I will show you exactly how to save and load a high score in Unity using C Sharp step by step in a 2D endless runner game using PlayerPrefs in the cleanest and easiest way possible. This tutorial is 100% beginner friendly, but even if you are at an intermediate level, you will learn the proper logic, common mistakes to avoid, and how real games handle score saving and all of those things. Before we jump in, a huge thank you to Thái and Vena Shini for joining my Patreon membership. If you want to access to exclusive game source code, assets, and the behind the scenes Unity projects, the link is in the description. So grab your copy, open Unity, and let's build a proper high score system that actually works right now. So let's jump right into it. In order to save our high score, we will use player preps, and player preps basically Unity inbuilt system in order to save data, basically a single piece of data if we want to save. So we're gonna use that, and already you can see I have the score UI text, and I have the score manager game object in the hierarchy. So you can create that by going over to hierarchy, right click or hit this plus icon, then create an empty game object, reset the transform, and then click on this add component in the inspector, then click new script in the bottom and name the script what you want, and then click on this create and add. Or you can simply move over to your project tab, assets, right click, create mono behavior script, and you can name that script to something like score manager. I already created a score manager script and the game object. You can attach that script to any game object, and I'm gonna show you. So let's click on this play button in the top in order to play our game, and I'm gonna show you that how this just gonna work. And I'm just increasing the current score by something like amount to add parameter. You can notice underneath my score manager script in the inspector. So I'm just adding that. So let's see this, and you can see the score is increasing by 1 unit every single time, and the score we made is a 36. So I want to save this 36 as a new high score, and let's suppose we make the score something like 50 in the next time. Then I want to set that 50 as a new high score, because that score will be the greater than 1. So before we do that, let's get out of play mode and let's open up the script quickly. So I'm going to open up my score manager script by double clicking on it, and to save our script, we do know we're going to use player preps. So we will move over to our start function, and you can ignore this line of code, and we do know that in the start of the game we're not gonna have any score. So to not gonna have any score, so for that we need to use this player preps dot get float function. And I am using this get float function because if I move over to top of my class, I created a parameter called current score, and this current score you can see is a float number. So that's why I'm using this get float function. And this get float function, as a first argument, it's gonna take the key in which key you want to save the you just want to save your data. So we need to put it inside this quotation, and we can call it high score just like that. And the second thing, as a comma, we can put the default value, and we do know that once our player just gonna open up our game for the first time, it's not gonna have any score, it will have a 0 score. So we're gonna put 0f, and we just put f at the end referencing a float number, and then we're gonna close that up with semicolon, and we need to put this score in our high score text. So once I died, that high score just pop up, and if I select my canvas in the hierarchy, press down F in order to focus on it, you can see the high score, and I have the text over here. So I will navigate to my canvas, then score UI, sorry, I need to move over to this game over UI, then this background, and I can see I have this high score text. So we need a reference of this high score text, then we can set equal to this, basically the high score. So let's create a variable for that. So make sure you just go over to top of your class and include this namespace called using unity engine.ui, and this will allow us in order to access that text component, because that high score text is a text element. So that's why we need to include this namespace in top of our class. So let's make a public, and that is the text. Basically we just require that text parameter, which is in our case high score text. So that component type is a text, so we're gonna type this text, and we can call this one high score underscore text, just like that. And now we're gonna close that up with semicolon, and we're gonna save our script. Let's get over to Unity editor. So as soon as our script will be compiled, underneath our score manager script, we will able to notice that field, which is high score text that we recently created. So what we need to do there, we basically need to take this high score underscore text and we need to put into that slot. So the first thing, we need to select our score manager script, and the compilation is now done. And we're gonna choose our score manager in the hierarchy, and make sure it will be null, just like this. As you can see, it seems empty. So we're gonna take our high score underscore text component, and let's drag it there. Basically we have this text reference by now, and we are ready to set that. So let's move over to script once again, and let's navigate to our start function. So now we have the default high score in the start of the game. So let's update in the UI, basically inside this high score text, right over here. So what we will do now, we're gonna set our high score text, high score text underscore text, high score underscore text dot text, and we're gonna set equal to this. And this over here, as you can see, this is a float parameter, and this one is over here is a string parameter. So we need to convert this float parameter into a string. And how we can do that? To convert that, we need to use a function called dot to string, and then make this first bracket, and that's all you need to do. Basically what we're doing, we first thing, we going over to that high score text game object, you can see, and then after we just accessing the text component, and we setting equal to the default high score in the start of the game, because in the start of the game we're not gonna have any score at all. So if I move over to my Unity editor, basically we just going over to this game object, you can see underneath my canvas, which is high score underscore text, and then going over to this game object, and then accessing this text component, you can see in the inspector, and we setting this text component equal to this the default high score. Now we just set the default high score. We also need to set the high score, basically if we make the current score something like 1 or 2, then we need to set that 1 or 2 as a new high score, because that 1 or 2 just gonna be greater than the previous score. But before we set, we basically need to check the previous high score. So we will use the if condition. So we can move over to this update function, and over here we're gonna do that. Let's make first bracket and some curly brackets. And what we basically want to do over here, we just want to check if our current score, so we will check if our current score is greater than, and to get the default value, we do know that we need to use this PlayerPrefs dot get float function, because we just using the get float. And as always, it will take inside quotation inside quotation the parameter, in which parameter you just want to save. So and make sure the key, sorry, parameter, not parameter, basically the key, and you have to make sure the spelling is correct. So inside quotation we need to put the key, which is in our case high score, and the second thing, we can put comma, the default value, comma, we can put the default value, and the default value will be 0f. So what we simply doing over here, we checking if the current score is greater than, sorry, we need to use one more brackets right over here. Now it's done. So we checking if the current score is greater than the previous high score. Now what we can do, we can save the high score, and to save that our current score as a new high score, then we need to use this player preps, sorry, we need to use this player preps PlayerPrefs dot set float function, and this function just gonna do that raise thing. So as a first argument, it will take the key in which key you just want to save the data, and we always gonna save the data inside this high score key, and we need to make sure spelling is correct. So as a first argument, we're gonna pass our key, and the second thing, it will take the value that we want to set as a new high score. So this current score is now the greater than the previous high score, so we are ready to set this current score as a new high score. So that is the reason as a second argument we're gonna put this current score, because we just want to set this current score as a new high score. So let's put there, so current score, and let's close that up with semicolon. And we also need to update in the UI, basically means we need to update in this high score text as well. So what we basically need to do after setting that, we will go to high score text, and then we're gonna access the text, and we will set our equal to our current score, because this current score by now as a new high score. And as always, we can see we getting an error, because this is a string parameter right over here, and this one is a float parameter. So we need to convert this into a string. To convert that, we're gonna use this dot to string, and then make this first bracket, and that's it. And we can save our skip, and we can move over to Unity. So in this start of the game, we're gonna have 0 score, and let's suppose we make something like 5 or 10, and that 5 or 10 will be greater than the previous high score, and the previous high score was 0. So that's why that 5 or 10 will be set as a new high score, because that 5 or 10 is greater than the previous score, and we checking over here we can see. And if that is the case, then we setting that current score that we made as a new high score, and we just use this set float function in order to set that, and then we just update it in the UI. Basically we just move it over to this high score text game object, and then accessing this text, and we setting equal to our high score, or basically the current score we setting as a new high score, means this one will be updated. So let's check this out quickly. So I'm gonna click on this play button in the top in order to play our game, and let's check this out quickly. So as soon as we're gonna make the high score something around 10 or 20 or 36, that current score will be saved as a new high score. So let me show you. So the score, you can see it's becoming 13, 15 and 25, and if we tie, we can see the score is 79, because we just made that 79, and this current score didn't set as a new high score. Basically I already made a score, so that is the reason. And this 36 is lesser than the current score. That is the reason this 36 or this current score didn't set as a new high score, and we can see. And let's suppose you just want to delete, or you just want to remove those decimal places, then what you have to do, you basically need to move over to your script, and you have to put this in when you converting to a string, make sure you make this quotation and then put this 0, and it will take that off those decimal places, it's gonna take that off. And also we need to do it over here when we setting the default value or the default high score. So I'm gonna put inside quotation this 0, and it's gonna do that thing. And let's suppose you just want to save the data that you just set, you just want to delete that save data. To delete that, we're gonna make a separate function. Let's make it somewhere over here. So for function, we're gonna type void, and let's call this function something like delete save high score. So let's call it, sorry, we're gonna call it delete save high score, just like that, high score. And let's make first bracket some curly bracket, and that's all we need to do. And now to delete that score, we need to use this PlayerPrefs dot delete all. We can use this delete all, or we can simply use this delete key. If you want to delete some specific key or specific data that you just save it in a key, if you just only want to delete that, then you can use this PlayerPrefs dot delete key function. And inside this function, you basically need to pass the key in which key you just save it your data. So in my case I just save it inside this high score. So I'm gonna make this quotation, and we need to pass our key, and always make sure the spelling is correct, else it's not gonna work at all. So I just want to delete that high score. I just pass as a key, and now also I just want to update in this high score text as well. So we will go over to that high score text scheme object, high score underscore text. Then we're gonna access the text, and we will set equal to back to 0, just like that. So make sure you do inside this quotation, and we also need to call this function. But when I'm gonna call it, once I'm gonna I'm gonna click the right mouse button. That only time that at that time I just want to delete the data, or just want to set back to 0. So I'm gonna do inside this update function. So let's go to top of our update function, and we're gonna check for some input. So I will make first bracket, some curly brackets, and I will check if input dot get mouse button down, and I will check with the right one. So inside this bracket we need to put 1. It basically means that if input dot get mouse button down 1 means we clicking the right mouse button. Then what I want to do, I just want to delete my save score. So I basically need to call this function there. So let's call it here, which is delete score. Let's call it delete save high score data, just like that, which is delete save high score basically. And we're gonna save our skip. Let's navigate to Unity editor, and we're gonna check that out quickly. So as soon as we're gonna click the right mouse button, the saved data will be deleted right away. Immediately it will be deleted, and it's gonna set back to 0, because after deleting the data that we saved as a new high score, we just setting back our high score text to 0. So let's see that. Let's quickly play our game, and I'm gonna do that, and you will see, and those decimal places will be gone by now. So basically when you converting to a string, make sure you just put inside quotation 0, those inside those brackets, and it's gonna take off the decimal places numbers. And we can see the high score is 80, and if we die, we can notice that the high score is 80 and the current score is 36. So that why it didn't save as a new high score, because this 36 or the current score is not greater than the previous score that we made. So that's why this the current score didn't save as a new high score. But if I right click my mouse right mouse button, we can see the high score gets back to 0. And now if we click on this retry button, whatever score we're gonna make by right now, it will be saved as a new high score, because we just made. And we can notice that this 36 is a new high score by now. And if we click on this retry button and make the score something around 40 or 50, that will be saved as a new high score, because it will be greater than the previous score that we made. So the current score is now 62, and we can see indeed the 62 just set as a new high score, because that 62 was greater than 36 I get the previous score that we made. So this is the reason. But as soon as we're gonna click the right mouse button, the save it data or save it high score will be deleted right away. So I hope you get the idea that how you can do it. And I'm gonna get out of play mode, so I just click on that play button in the top in order to get out of play mode. And I will see you in the next tutorial.